Yeah. I don't want to do the other one.
Let me know. So we'll talk about that. I wish I had, for all of you guys, I wish I had the periodic table. It's such a powerful argument.
Is that the end of the periodic table? Will they ever find any other gases or precious metals?
Oh, so you think there's more things we haven't?
I'm asking you.
Content over everything.
In your free will.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
What do you mean you don't know? You've got free will to say yes or no.
Yeah, but I'm not no scientist.
You've got free will to say yes or no.
So do I believe we'll discover more more material?
Yes.
I don't believe that. No, I don't believe that.
Do you know when the last one was discovered?
Why doesn't he intervene when that child's being raised?
If God's all right, so would that be immoral if God didn't intervene? Would it be wrong?
Would it be wrong if you didn't intervene?
Pardon?
If you didn't intervene, would it be wrong?
If I didn't intervene, would it be wrong?
Yeah, if you saw that happening, you didn't intervene.
That's a good question. I believe that I am commanded in order to love my neighbour. So I believe as a believer, I should do my best to try and stop these activities. Yeah. So
God's there. He sees it. He's all powerful. He can stop it.
Right.
He doesn't like it.
So you're more powerful than God.
So in order to love someone, I have to be free to love. I mean, if God created me that I had to just obey Him, like everything that I do, I have to just God, and I have to just love people without a decision, then that would be, wouldn't that be like kind of like a robot? I've just answered your question because of the free will God has given man to decide.
So can God do bad things?
Can God do bad things? I don't believe God can do bad things. Wait.
Where have you got the free will to answer that?
But you just said
God
created Hitler, right?
But you've just told me, and for the camera, they told me that bad and good don't exist, and they're asking me, can God do bad things? Guys, can you see their knowledge?
No, I'm going by your standard.
You're going by my standard?
Yeah. You just
But bad doesn't exist.
God put Hitler on the earth. And by your moral standard, Hitler is immoral. So wouldn't that make God immoral?
What, because God gave someone the free will to decide not to love him?
How do you know Hitler doesn't love God?
So here we go. So God creates a human being, and the human being decides to disobey God. So therefore now,
How do you know he's disobeying
God
God?
is.
No.
How
How do you know he's disobeying God?
According to what God has revealed.
How do you know
There's
he's
your
disobeying God?
consequence there.
Wait, I don't. There's 2 minutes.
Listen to what you're saying.
Wait, I don't. How do I know he's disobeying God? Because you're telling me I'm going on my standard of morality. So I know from
So it's your own. So it's your own.
No, because God has revealed the commandments of law. He's revealed the law to us.
How do you know those?
Pardon?
You lost me.
How do you know those commandments are from God?
Well, you're asking me on my own. You're asking me in my world.
Yeah. So I'm just trying.
Oh, okay. I know them commandments are from God because if the commandments was not from God, there'll be no law. Because
Law in who?
just like Martin Luther King said in jail, there's a law above the law. If there was no law above the law, then there'll be no law. There'll be no good. There'll be no evil.
That doesn't
That's
stand up
why
in
I know
high
for a
court.
fact that there is a transcendental law. That's why I know for a fact that murdering is wrong. Whether I believe it, whether he believes it, whether she believes it, murdering is wrong, period. Because we are created in the image of God, we are valuable, and that is a violation of that human being in the eyes of God. Therefore, it's wrong. So I know it's wrong because God has revealed it to me. If God hasn't revealed it to me, then I would never know.
When did this God reveal it to you?
When did God reveal it to us?
No, you.
Okay, so my position as a believer, as a follower of Christ, the Bible says the law is written upon everyone's heart. That's why we all know,
Right.
wait, that's why we all know intuitively what is right and what is wrong. We hold them beliefs sacred in our hearts because God has read it on the laws of our hearts.
So we have to experience what is right and what is wrong.
100%, we have to learn. Do I have to learn to dress? Do I have to learn to, of course we learn,
That's
yeah.
conditioning.
It's conditioning.
From your peers, you're conditioned.
And can my conditions that I've learned, can what I've learned be true or false?
Take away your mother and father as a child, how would you learn?
No, but answer the question. So
How would you learn?
he's saying the only way that I can know something is because I've experienced it.
Yes, sir. Take
I
away your mother
agree.
and father when you were born. How do you learn?
How do I learn? Before I was...
1 minute year old, 2 minute, 3 minute year old. How do you learn?
How do I learn? We grow. We look at
How
biology.
do you learn though?
How do we learn?
From right from wrong.
How do we learn? What do you mean? I don't understand the question.
Take away the conditioning materials, your mother and father. How would you learn?
I'm not disagreeing with you that my knowledge comes from my experiences.
So you're conditioned.
Of course.
Right.
So how can those conditions? How can you know? You
Well, guys, of course, everyone is made. We all experience life, and we make our beliefs based on our experiences.
Subjective then.
Watch that lady.
Whoa, hold on. It is subjective, of course. Of course, my experiences. Wait, guys. Of course, my experiences are my experiences. Of course.
So there's your conditioning.
But is my experience? Can my experiences be true or not? That is the question. Can my experiences be true or not? And without God, no, they cannot.
But can you see the truth from the false? No.
Can I see what?
It's impossible for you to see whether your experiences were true or how you interpreted them,
Like I said,
whether that's true or not. There is a truth behind it, but it's not necessarily how you interpreted it to be.
there's a truth behind it, so truth does exist.
I would say there is something happening, which
There's
is
a balance.
yeah.
So do we have an object? Is there a meaning to life? Is there a meaning to life?
Yeah, but so when you were 10 seconds year old, did you ask yourself that question?
I don't. Can we answer that now as adults?
No.
Is there?
We
Is
need
it
to
all right?
follow
All right.
your
All right.
conditioning.
Is there anything that I'm here on earth? Is there anything that I should do? Is there one thing that I should do?
Yeah, populate the next other planet.
Okay, so I should put. Okay, so what happens when I cannot populate? Am I not living out what I'm put on earth to do? What about a woman who cannot have a baby? Is she not living out her objective?
No, but life is a blank canvas. You make your meaning for your life. Nobody's going to give you meaning.
So there's nothing I should do.
Yeah, you create.
So you're disagreeing. So one guy says
yeah,
one guy
yeah.
said we should populate. One guy says
No,
that
not
we
this
shouldn't
planet.
do
There's too
anything.
many on this
No,
other planet.
I don't agree. I don't agree with what you said. But life is a blank
Too many
canvas.
human beings.
Life is a blank canvas. People. What you have to do is you have to find your own meaning.
You have to find your own meaning.
I would say the meaning of life is for the universe to reflect on itself and perceive
Are we here
itself.
for a purpose? Do I have a purpose or not?
No, it's a blank canvas.
So I don't have a purpose. So there's nothing that I should be doing.
No, it's a blank canvas.
You shouldn't be a sheep.
Just reflecting your existence.
So there's not. So why are you out here debating me today? I don't
This is a
understand.
debating court.
I enjoy it.
But you're not going to learn nothing true. You're not going to go.
But your truth,
enjoy it.
your truth is subjective.
develop our own truth.
This is just a hobby.
Decide what we believe.
Religion is from
Wait.
one. If I had a religion, it would be for me only, not these.
It'll be for you only. So you don't believe you can protest and stand against evil. You don't believe you can say, guys, what you're doing is absolutely wrong. You should not be doing this. You don't believe when the woman is raped. See, the woman is raped and she's pleading for mercy. You don't believe in justice. You don't believe in mercy.
God knew this woman was getting raped,
Wait, let me
but he
take you up
didn't
on
do
that.
anything about it.
Let me take you up on that. Earlier we discussed about the slave work and Nike and how they exploit workers. You're wearing Nike right now. Would that make you immoral because you're contributing to a corporation that abuses,
No,
that abuses
100%.
people?
Come on, guys, that's a silly argument.
How is that a silly argument? Wouldn't that make you
That's
immoral?
like me holding a Bible now and then saying, whoa, wait, you're holding a Bible. Do you know that people used to enslave and hold the Bible? So now you're holding the Bible, you're doing something, you're
You are
immoral.
contributing to an institution.
you're directly funding it.
That's a false analogy. You are contributing to an institution that's abusing people.
And many evil things have been done in the name of the Bible. So holding the Bible, it would be the same. It's
So the
same
Bible is
argument.
immoral?
Well, morality doesn't exist according to you, so I don't know.
No, you're on yours, not me. I don't.
Guys,
I've never wrote- I've never
you
read
see
one
where your
letter of the
argument
Bible.
falls
No,
short.
you keep we're not.
No. Your
objective
moral
morality,
relativism. You're telling me there's no such thing as good and evil, and you keep asking me questions whether this is right, this is wrong, whether. But there's no
His
in your worldview. There's
interpretation of
nothing
right and his interpretation of wrong are different.
But that doesn't mean that one of them can be right, sir. Just because we have different things. Like if this was my husband.
Oh,
Sorry, sir.
No.
where are we going now?
We go. Well, you talked about populating the Earth, right? So
That won't populate it. That won't populate it.
So according to your view, this activity is immoral, isn't it? It's something that I shouldn't be doing.
That's up to you.
But you told me I have to populate the Earth.
Personally, I don't care.
But how can you populate Earth?
So I'm doing something wrong, aren't I? Because how can I populate the Earth?
Not my view, though.
Do you see, guys? Your knowledge is not. I just don't get it.
That wasn't my point. My point was a blank canvas.
Can you answer this question? Abrahamic religions, yeah?
Yeah.
What is more important? The Abrahamic religions from a day-to-day for human beings, or that star up there?
Right. Elaborate on the question. I don't understand.
Basically, how many people in the world follow the Abrahamic religions?
Abrahamic religions.
Like 2-3 billion?
Yeah, quite a lot. Yeah. Why do they follow them?
I don't know.
I would argue because they want to know the truth of life.
Right, and let me
looking
finish
for the
this.
truth of life. They're
Let me
looking
finish
at
what
why
I'm
they
saying.
actually exist.
Now, the other people that don't follow the Abrahamic religions and get on every day-to-day life perfectly.
Perfectly.
Yeah, of course they do.
But you said that morality doesn't exist. So how can there be a perfect?
They live, they survive.
And that is perfect.
They live and survive.
But you told me that there's no such thing as perfect.
So the Abrahamic religions are more powerful than that star.
You contradicted yourself, guys.
Are they more powerful than that star?
Do you believe in perfection?
Perfection is subjective.
Yeah. So then your argument is.
Sir,
so then what's the point of me arguing?
Yeah, like I said,
can people live without the Abrahamic religions? Yes or no?
Can they live? Of course they can live without. But
Can people live without this?
We preach.
Sir, can people live without this star?
Can people live?
Any organic life live without this star?
Can any organic life live without the stars? Yeah.
Yeah?
I don't know. Can they? I'm not a scientist. You tell me. I don't know.
Well, the sun is a life giver. Yeah. It's a life giver.
Yeah. So
Take it away. What happens?
there'll be no life. So we're gonna. So how are scientists conducting experiments right now to potentially live on other planets where the sun is more distant? Because we can create life. So that's silly.
Sir. No,
Anyway,
I can answer that. I can answer that.
I believe in perfection. I do, yeah, 100%, bro. Perfection is the standard of goodness. The perfection is God. And the Bible says we've all fallen short of the glory of God. So we've all sinned and we've all come short of God's perfection. None of us could fulfill God's law. I'm not going to heaven because of what I do. I'm going to heaven because of what Jesus done. The standard of perfection is God, is Christ, God incarnate. He fulfilled the law, boom. So perfection exists. What about you? You don't believe?
No. That goes out. We all go.
You also don't believe you're free right now speaking to me? You also don't know if you're speaking to me now? You also don't believe that there's no such thing as good and evil?
well, I didn't talk about the but no, I don't believe that there's such thing as
Well, sir, I mean, you would have to look into. You know what, guys? It's
The human race in the next 20 years, what they're doing now, you know what they're doing with stem cells?
about the hearts, guys. I'm not here to try
in 100 years, people might think you're immoral.
Guys, you know what?
Oh no, please.
I didn't come to London today to try and persuade people with intellect because I believe that your heart, you have convictions within yourself.
Your heart is a pump.
Look, guys. I believe you guys know that God exists, but you're suppressing the truth in unrighteousness. You know that you're.
Where's the evidence?
If I'm not
You
believing-
know
if I believe
that
in
God
every God,
exists.
I definitely believe that
Of course I'm
Abrahamic text
preaching.
is
You know God
absolutely
exists,
wrong.
guys.
But not the Abrahamic one.
Where's the
That's an
evidence?
absolute
Where's the
bullshit
evidence?
value.
Why?
There's no evidence.
Bronze Age myths.
But you said that there's no. But you've told me that there's no evidence that you're even having a conversation.
How many people live without the Abrahamic religions from day to day on the planet?
I don't know why we're digressing to that, guys.
Okay, you started the semantics. Jesus.
No, but but this question I think is irrelevant, guys. I'm saying that.
That's what people.
All right. Why doesn't God exist?
We can't answer that.
So you can't tell me what. But you're telling me God doesn't exist. So why doesn't
No,
He say that Abrahamic?
That's a term you can't disprove a negative.
You can't dispute the negative.
You're the one claiming God exists, which means the burden of proof is on you.
Bring the evidence.
You're the one that's supposed to bring the evidence.
But you're telling me God doesn't exist, right? So
I didn't say God doesn't exist. I said I don't believe God exists. There's a difference.
So you don't believe. So are you confident that's your belief?
Yeah, belief means I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know God.
And you're confident that's your belief, right?
Belief means I don't know.
Looking at the evidence.
Do you know you're there, or do you believe you're there?
Who is?
Do you believe this man is here, or do you know he's here?
But, so you have a belief, right? You have a belief. Just
Do
follow
you
me.
believe
Just follow
this
me.
man is here, or do you know he's here?
I know this man is here.
So your belief is out the window.
Well, yeah, of course I believe my beliefs. I believe my beliefs are true. There we go. So guys, you have a belief, right? So who are you? Who holds the belief?
I believe I'll be here in the next 10 minutes.
You believe you'll be. So who holds the belief?
Because I don't know.
What's your essence? What's your essence?
I believe I'll be here tomorrow.
Yeah, but who holds the belief? It's like if I said that I don't exist. You know, who is saying that I don't exist? Me. But who am I? So tell me who you are. What's your essence?
A bunch of atoms.
Okay, so how do you know anything?
Condition.
Does when I drop this bottle, is gravity conscious that happened? Does gravity conscious like, oh, let's drop the bottle now? No.
What do you think about I think
You came here to argue that you don't know anything.
Yeah.
No, I'm limited. I'm limited. Your brain is limited?
I'm not saying you don't believe.
Is your brain limited?
Of course.
Does it work at 100%?
No, I'm just finding out what your point is. Your point is that you don't know anything. That's what you came here to say.
I'm agnostic.
No, they're
Bring the evidence.
No, I'm not saying you don't.
Bring the, if you claim,
I'm just trying to
bring it.
find out why you came here today. Because I can imagine why he came here today, because he believes in God. He wants to convince you. If you came here today to say, well, maybe, but I don't know.
Yeah, but there's a difference between
Really
believing.
worth coming all the way here to tell someone you don't know something?
Do you respect? There's a difference believing in knowing.
No, I understand what you're saying. I understand your point. and I accept
Believing
it.
in knowing.
I understand your point.
Do you
and I
know there's a
accept
God?
it. What?
Do you know there's a God? And would you swear on your mother's life there's a God?
You wouldn't swear.
I'm not even taking a stance on that, but I'm saying I didn't come here.
He just wanted to
one
ask what
way
we're
or the
discussing.
other.
Yeah,
I didn't come here
wanted to ask
one way or the other to argue about God. I was listening to your conversation. No, I understand why he came. He came because he believes there's a God.
And I respect
And apparently you came to say that you don't know. Is that right? You came all the way here. You got on the, however you got here. You got dressed, came along here to say I don't know.
God sent me.
Just
He
to
knew I
clear
was
this up.
coming.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
fine.
you just wanted to know.
Okay, you just wanted
So
to
guys,
know.
back to it. Our essence. So who are we? Who are we? Are we
Bunch of atoms.
Are we matter or are we non-physical? Are we physical beings or non-physical? Is love physical or is love non-physical? Both. Okay, so the essence of love is you believe. So love can be experienced, but it's not. No, but I'm on about the essence of love, what it actually is. Love is non-physical, isn't it? Like, for example, I can't weigh it, can I? I can't weigh it.
Is love subjective?
I cannot, look, I'm going somewhere.
His idea of love could be different to mine.
I cannot see love, smell love, touch love, weigh love. It's
Let's see what
non-physical.
he's saying.
And we are non-physical. We are spirit.
Did you
We
hear what
have
he said, though?
memories.
His idea of love could be different to yours.
Pardon?
Feel physical.
We feel physical. Yeah, we have a body, so well, I don't. We.
But his idea of
Objective love, how are we to ever
Do you
gain
feel
knowledge
love
of it?
amongst us, love?
How are we to
I hope
ever
not.
know?
I love you guys. Yes.
Do you love me like you love your mother?
Huh?
Do you love me like
I am commanded to
you
love
love me like
There's your
you
subjective.
guys as I love myself. Yes, guys. You are like my family. Yeah.
But do you love us like you love your family, your girlfriend, or somebody more personal to you.
Can we define love first? Can we define love first?
You've just done it there. Define it. It's subjective.
Subjective though, that's what I'm saying. His idea of love is different.
So if I
same thing. Your idea of hate could be different.
so it's subjective. So if I said to you, I love you, and punch you in the face, do I really love you?
Yeah,
Just because we can agree on some
It could be someone's
parts of
definition of
love.
love. I personally know.
So
He may
so I can say I love people and get a knife and cut it, and then I can still say that's it's, that man, he believes he's loving
love
people.
is an action, yeah? It's an action, just like punching someone's an
there's
action.
no such thing as deception then, basically.
My point is, right, there may be objective love,
here we
but
go.
it's impossible for us to ever gain knowledge of it or know that. I take an agnostic position on objective love, but obviously subjective love is real.
There could be an objective reality, but we'll never know that.
Yeah, we'll never know. We won't know all of the details of it.
God love everybody equal.
That's what science is
I
trying to
believe in the full
understand.
of Christ. I don't know what everyone else believes here, but
Is it equal?
I do believe God so loved the world.
So
Yes.
what happened to the blacks and the slaves?
What happened to the blacks and the slaves? So God's creation decided to rebel, and immorality was brought into the world. So lots of immoral acts followed the rebellion.
God knew this.
God knew this, right? What's wrong with slavery?
Right, let me.
No.
When I whip their ass and tell you to
wrong
do
with-
something.
You don't want to do.
I want to know what's wrong with slavery.
Stand there, let me whip you and do something that you don't want to do.
But is that wrong?
Is that right?
No.
Are you asking us
No, but he asked.
wrong or our opinion?
Yeah, I'm asking if that is that a violation of that man's right or not?
Okay, according
All right, where do human rights come from?
Human. That's a good one. Human.
So does everyone here agree human rights come from humans?
subjective again.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you a Muslim?
Yeah, it comes from you. But then again,
One interpretation of human rights for him is different to me.
That's what he's trying to put. But I understand amongst this group. I don't know if you're all agnostic. We got Muslims. We got what?
There's a mixture. Yeah.
Right. So I would argue anyone here who believes in a God, in a deity, and telling me human rights come from humans, you don't understand your belief at all. Because if human rights come from us, if we define human rights, then God doesn't. It's either one or the other.
But God didn't grant human rights, so they'd be worldwide. God did grant human rights, like
all right,
the ability to breathe if you can.
Well, his point, yeah. If human rights didn't come from God, then it's subjective. Then everything's human rights.
Yeah.
Everyone's view of human rights is different.
I don't totally disagree with where you're saying that there's no divine intervention, but for the sake of what we're discussing, isn't that subjective again? For example,
I understand that there.
Okay, let's talk about animal rights for a second. Someone might say, oh, slaughtering animals is against animal rights. Where someone who likes to eat hamburgers and beef will say, no, that's fine. We've been living like this for centuries.
Okay.
So you can apply the same principle to human rights, surely?
No, because guys, human rights has to do with value. A human has a, no, guys. A human has a right because they are valuable. That's how we depend
On animals'
That's
rights.
how we determine human rights based upon their value. Now, if my value is I was once a product of primordial slime evolved to a higher order, then my value is based on what?
Yeah, but then, quick question.
Nothing.
Back to his point.
But if God has created me,
That's why it's created. It's created by humans. That's
Over
why,
a period
like
of
you
time.
said, that's why human rights isn't worldwide.
So he's saying that. Wait. He's saying human rights are created by humans. So logically following, there is no human rights.
Sir, human rights is a survival mechanism, and that's it.
There are subjective humans.
It's a survival mechanism.
So there is no human rights. So we don't
No,
have
human
rights.
rights is a survival mechanism.
So we don't actually have rights.
We
just create them.
We do keep drinking salty water if somebody told you not to.
It's irrelevant of the argument, guys. Do you see, guys, the logic here? There's no
But then,
logic.
you know how you said about value? Isn't it a person that puts value on the human right? For example, if you're talking about slavery, that person who said, oh, those people don't have values, so therefore we can't enslave them.
And they were wrong for doing that, right?
We're not talking about right or wrong here, but then they didn't see them as equal. So therefore they subjugated that group of people for whatever economical reasons, whatever reasons, to put them under that. Yeah. You can only count other reasons. Yeah.
So you're arguing
where
that
is their human rights?
So you're arguing human rights are subjective because we mistreat people. Is that?
It depends on the person.
they're different
How
world
they put the value on it. So I'm not.
So we put the value on another human being.
If you're a slave owner, you're going to think different to him that is a slave, or I'm a slave, or he's a slave.
Regardless of how I mistreat another human being, am I equal to you? Regardless of my perception or how I treat you, am I equal to you?
Me being the slave, I would say
With the
no.
society we live in, yes. If you were in another, if you were in another,
No. I think
Me being a slave, I would say no.
Yes. If you were in another country where your values weren't morally equal, weren't physically equal.
Right, I'll answer the question again. Regardless of the way you treat me, am I equal to you?
Equality on what? Depending on what? Equal hairstyle?
Value. Human value.
No one is morally. You
We don't
argue
treat
we're
each
not
other the same.
morally
How can we
equal.
be equal then?
So we're not equal.
According to your definition, we're not. How?
No, fine, to answer your question, no, we're not equal.
So we're not equal.
No.
You mean absolute equality or relative equality?
Absolute equality.
We're not equal.
No, we're not never be.
We don't have absolute equality.
So people are better than other people?
Yes.
Okay, so
They
how do we
claim to be.
whoa, how do
No, some people
You are
have
better than me in
talents that
public
other
speaking,
people
there's
don't
nothing
have.
So we have
It's a natural thing.
No, I'm on about values, tying in with
Absolute value.
There are no absolute values. Throughout history, different civilizations and different
Alright, so
religions,
guys,
cultures have completely different values.
there's no absolute values. So,
are.
alright, okay, so how do we determine the value of a human being?
It's very
Treat
hard
them
to
how
determine.
you would like to be treated.
Because some societies, some civilizations worked and others didn't. For example, the Aztecs considered ripping out the hearts of the captives of war was something needed to do to appease the sun god, because the sun would stop shining. They had a great civilization, very developed, but they had a few really bad things. Different civilizations had different ideals. You can't really say for absolute certain that one ideal is the right one.
Is a doctor
it's
more
all
valuable
different.
than a murderer?
Huh?
Is a doctor
Is it better
more
to you
valuable
to
than a
share?
I'm not
Sir,
hearing
sir,
enough
is it
about-
better to you to share your wealth about every one of us equal, or just give it to these two?
I don't understand what you
Think
guys
survival. Think survival.
But you've told me, I've given you an example of how and why survival and reproduction violates agnosticism and atheism, because I gave them a clear example that if I was to pair with another male, I asked him, would that be wrong? And he said, no. He said, it's up to you. But then, on the next breath, he says, we are here to recreate. So that just destroys your whole argument.
Well, that's part
Now
of
I want to
creation.
talk about values. I still am waiting for an answer to say that I am equally valuable to you, whether you like it or not, I like it or not, regardless of the way I treat you. How can that be so? Where do we get that from?
As far like organisms, obviously, do have a need to procreate.
Conditioning.
From when we're born.
Okay, can I ask you a question?
Oh, okay, I have a great education. Oh, that man's done so much for the society. We'll place his value above this disabled person's value because he can do more for society. Or this guy has a higher education. Or this guy's more wiser than another person. Is that how we determine value?
In a small commune, they would be more valuable.
Yes,
they
we
absolutely
do.
would be.
Yeah, we do. We determine value like
Maybe
that.
not on the scales of justice when they die.
My heart
but to
cannot
us
believe
as a
that.
community,
My
they're more
heart believes
valuable.
that we are equal. And that's
All right,
exactly
all
what
right,
the
all right.
Bible says. We are created in the image of God.
Well, we should be equal before the law.
Sir,
We
That's
should
when
be
you-
equal now. Hold on.
Before the law.
Okay, why?
You know,
why?
the law.
Why should we be equal before the
Because
law?
if we're not equal before the law, the rich people will kill whoever the fuck they want, and the poor people can't
They
do
do that
shit about
anyway.
it. They do that. They many times do that. But it's because society is not just, and it will never be completely just.
back to-
but it might be better. My point is, you can't be absolutely equal. If you're absolutely equal,
And he
you're a
has got
machine
to be
exactly the same as another machine.
All right, I'll
You're
try
like
and
a robot.
Can I bring
I'll try
it-
and reword it.
Can I
I'll try and
finish-
reword it.
Can I finish
It's like
it on?
that meme says, you're an
Sir, sir.
NPC basically, if you're completely
Can I
equal.
finish on his? Back when we were all hunter-gatherers, what would you, is your tribe, what would you send out? The best hunter-gatherers or the weakest hunter-gatherers for survival?
Survival. So survival is
So
the
what would you
answer.
do? Send your team of The better hunter-gatherers or the weakest hunter-gatherers?
I don't know the point of the question. I don't know.
Right, we're all hunter-gatherers.
The value of a human being is the point.
I understand that we can do things better than other people, but this doesn't change the value of a human being.
But to our society it would. We're not talking about on the scales.
To our society it does.
As an individual it doesn't.
Yes,
but as a group.
This man has stated, he said
survival.
He said we should be equal before the law. I want to know why. I want to know why. So you're telling me God doesn't exist. Why should we be equal before the law? Or why are we equal before the law?
Who said that God doesn't exist?
Well, that was our debate.
There should be some equality in opportunity. That doesn't mean there's going to be equality in outcomes.
All right,
or value.
Does evolution provide equality?
No, it's a hunter-gathering system.
And do
evolution is survival of the race.
In religious terms, God is a tool to make people not sin.
Evolution is survival of the fittest.
Listen. If I go over there and steal something from a guy and nobody sees it, nobody will punish me. But if I believe in God, I will feel bad for stealing something. And I will not steal it because I believe in God. That means it's a tool for people not to steal, for people not to kill, for people not to rape, for people to live as a as a useful parcel in the mechanisms of society.
No, it's not right.
Sorry?
Your conscience tells you. Your consciousness tells you whether you did wrong or not.
What about doing the wrong thing for the right reasons then?
Because consciousness comes from God, my friend. And God gives you a conscience
from God. But if you're hungry,
so what about doing the wrong thing for the right reasons?
You know it automatically. What you did wrong because your consciousness tells you.
You guys have no argument.
I can't hear him.
You don't have an argument.
Come again. Hey, sir.
Bronze Age myths.
Come here.
You don't even know if you're speaking to me
Say
right
that
now.
again. Come on. Let this man say what he wants to say.
Absolutely. So his consciousness, God gives you consciousness, right?
People immoral before the Bible's revelation.
Because
Believing
he
in
tells you
God, believing in God
even an evil man.
enforces your conscience.
No, even an evil man
Were they doing
knows
things they shouldn't have been doing?
when he does something wrong. He knows that he did it wrong.
I just gave you.
Wait, even a crazy man.
Do you think sacrificing people, ripping out people's hearts is good? Is it conscious?
But he
The Aztecs thought
after he does it. Yeah, but then he does it. And he knows that he did it wrong.
No, they didn't. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. When the Spanish slaughtered them, the Aztecs didn't realize why they were being killed. Because it was normal for them. It was part of their morality. Morality is very malleable, my friend. It's very, very malleable. What you think is moral here will not be moral in Japan or in the Middle East.
This guy, you hijacked the conversation.
No,
right?
yeah,
taking it in the
a good
correct
rating
path.
corner.
No, I didn't.
Tell us
How did I hijack?
do we have human rights or not? Just tell us plainly, yes or
Human
no.
rights are
What do you
given
think
by
about
law.
doing the wrong
There is
thing
no
for the
law,
right
there is no
reason?
human rights. We're just animals.
So according to you, we have no human rights.
Is it right to be
They're
a cannibal?
given by law. By law of countries.
Is it right to be a cannibal? Yes or no?
So I have no right unless I am told I have a right. Do you? Yes.
Yes.
So I have.
Where were the human rights when we were hunter-gatherers? Where were the human rights? There were none,
I
because we
understand.
were like the animals. We were living like the animals, mate.
I
There were no rights. Human rights
Why
exist
don't the animals
with
have
civilization.
consciousness? Why don't the
Without
animals have-
civilization,
do
there are
animals
no
not have
human
consciousness?
rights.
Next time with a lion, I'll ask you.
So you see,
Go live, dude. If you go live in the jungle, will the lion respect your human rights?
No!
He'll fucking eat you, man.
If it's full, it won't eat you. If it's empty, it will eat
You're
you.
arguing for the welfare of evolution.
Same as a crop.
Well, it doesn't have
Because
a
you
lot
keep
to do
going,
with-
no, because you
I'm
keep,
talking about civilization.
no, because you keep saying animals did this and animals did that.
But they're part of the civilization.
Because
you
without
wouldn't be here without
civilization, we are
animals.
You're comparing us to animals, right?
Yes. What are we?
Okay, so you're comparing us to animals.
What
so
are we?
saying we
so
are.
you don't think that we're spiritual beings? You don't think you have?
Of course we are, because the higher intelligence we have. Because of the higher perception we
we're
have.
still animals, right?
Huh?
Yeah, we are.
Sir. If your mother and father left you in the
Oh,
jungle on your own,
we're
how would you
animals,
come
but
up?
No, I
I'm
feel
not
so
an
bad
animal,
about it.
man.
Oh, horrible.
I'm a creation of God.
So
Amen.
what? You know
Amen.
that the only other
wait, so
animals
what does God look like, an
that
animal?
practice war like humans do
Sir,
are the
what does God look
chimpanzees,
like,
the
animals?
closest
Wait, so-
animals
so
to
wait, so-
us.
wait, so are
They
animals a
slaughter
creation
each
of God?
other, not for pure competition, not for pure
What's an
competition
animal
for
look
males,
like, God?
for females, or
Are
for
animals-
food.
are
They
animals
kill
a
each
creation
other
of God?
to kill as an act of pure war, like humans do.
They are made for human beings.
So in your life, how much animals have you ate?
In my life,
None. Not one animal.
or should we kill animals of animals?
No, he eats them.
Should we kill what? Should
Are
we
you a
kill
vegan?
Why do you eat
I don't
them?
really
Save that to
care.
the
Why do I
vegan.
eat it?
Sorry?
Why do you eat them?
Stay alive, man.
Exactly, it's a survival thing, yeah?
Guy, you know
I mean,
what?
I do care
the
if
sad
we kill
truth
them
is,
unnecessarily.
the sad truth is, we have moral relativists. People are saying, oh, there's no such thing as good and evil. But when something happens, they're the first. Right? They're the first to put their hands up and say, that was wrong. That was wrong.
That is a straw
Yes,
man
because
and a half.
people will always consider good as something that is good for them, and evil as is something bad for them. A lion, look, if you find, again, going back to the animals, if you find a lion or a wolf,
Can your
in
opinion
front
be
of you,
true or false?
of course it can.
How?
Everybody's
Because
opinion.
everybody-
No, wait, hold on, because
Subjective.
we
You
have
can't be
whoa,
certain
we
that
have
your
a
opinion
disagreement
is
here.
100% true.
We have a disagreement here. What you guys said, no. You're relativist. This gentleman, I've asked him, can his opinion be true or false?
Yes.
He said yes.
All
Okay,
right.
it can.
tell me how. Tell me how.
How?
Yeah.
Laws of
I might
average.
be wrong about some things. If you prove me wrong, I will accept it.
And
I will say,
how?
okay, you're right, I'm wrong.
And how do you know that?
Well, you don't know that. You can't
So-
know.
so you don't know
can't
that?
know it for absolute certain. You can't know it for 100%. But some things.
So you take
will
back what you
work.
said. So you just take back what you said.
No, I don't.
I asked you, can your opinions be true or false? You said yes. He said yes, and then he said,
I might
no,
be
they
right
can't be
and I might
absolutely
be
certain.
wrong. Both are possible.
Yeah, it's
Look,
what
that's
he's
the
saying is
problem
it's hard
of you
for us
people.
to know
You
which
refuse
is true
to
or
accept
false.
that you might, there might be a small possibility of you being wrong. No, you refuse that. I'm the only one right. I'm the only one who has the truth. Everybody else is an idiot. Finish. Game over. That's the problem of you
Yeah,
people.
so I want to ask,
You can't live
wait,
in
guys,
that.
please,
Can I ask you a simple question?
The possibility of me being wrong without no creator, I want to know, where do you get that knowledge from? Where? Tell
Right.
me.
What is more
Simple
important to
logic.
human civilization?
Wait, there's two of you. We'll go with this gentleman first. Simple logic. Okay, explain it for everyone.
Okay, listen, bro. You can't be certain that what you think is the absolute truth, because people have been wrong throughout history. Have you never been wrong in your life?
You're dodging the question.
You've never been wrong in your life.
You're
I'm not
dodging-
dodging the question. I'm coming to the
was your
question.
question?
You're asking me. He asked me how. Wait,
How do you
what
know
was the
you're
question
wrong?
again?
Does
Repeat
your
the question so I don't dodge.
could your opinion be wrong?
Can my opinion be wrong?
Yeah.
Is that the question?
Yeah.
And I tell you, it can.
Okay, so with your worldview that God doesn't exist, right? Are you still
Do you agree
It
with
might
him?
exist.
Do you agree with him?
It's possible, but I don't consider it as an
agree with him?
absolute.
No, I disagree with you.
You don't think that he can be wrong?
Because he thinks that it's a certainty that his
You
God
don't, well, it's a
exists.
paradox. You don't think he can be wrong? You don't think he can be wrong?
In his
but he thinks he can
worldview,
be.
in his worldview, he cannot be wrong. No.
I can be wrong, and he can be
He
wrong.
says he can be wrong.
My point is, I am more probable to be right because I'm proving my points than he is. That's why possibility is on my side.
You haven't got a point, guys.
Yes, I do. It's a
Have
matter
you
of
ever
discussion.
changed your mind? Have you ever changed your mind about anything?
That's a change of an opinion. If you've
Have you ever
changed your
changed
mind.
I asked him, can his opinion be right or wrong?
Answer the question. It's a valid question.
No, I will answer it, but I'll
Specifically.
answer it my way. I don't just answer it like yes or no. Wait, I've got a paradox here to solve. So
It's not a paradox.
Dodging pretty simple
It is
questions.
not a
So
paradox.
your opinions, oh my days. So you told me that there's no such thing as absolute certainty. Is there no such thing as absolute certainty?
Yes.
So there's no such thing as absolute certainty.
Yes.
Okay, so how can you be absolutely certain?
I'm not absolutely certain.
So you
about
can't
it.
be right or wrong.
Or you can be both. You can be right and wrong.
He just said that.
Depending on who you're around. Who's going to
Are
believe
you
that
listening?
you're right?
Guys,
Are you listening to what I'm saying?
for the camera's sake,
Because things
they don't
aren't
believe
right.
in absolute certainty,
You
but
know,
they
that's
believe
the
that they can
problem.
be true and
That's
they
the
can
real
be false.
problem. These people, they can't perceive
That's
the
a
possibility
massive-
that
massive
one
straw.
opinion is the only real truth.
Going
What
back
they
to
believe in
Riza,
is that
have you
one
ever changed
opinion,
your mind?
one reality
Alright,
exists, and we have
Okay,
absolute
before you change your
understanding over
mind.
it. Over. Game
Are you
over.
certain that you're right
In my
about
worldview, according to my belief system, yeah.
Make it a what?
happen.
But in your opinion, are you an atheist
That would
or-
make it. Yeah.
Yeah, but we don't have absolute facts.
but
We don't have
there is
something
no one
that we
of-
know
Okay, yeah.
for
So you're
absolute
actually
certainty.
supporting my point. But
Necessarily.
you failed
The
to
thing
see
is,
that.
some things work and other things don't
Because
work.
I'm a
in
Jew,
society.
but I think I
Nothing
can be
is
wrong.
perfect. There are
I
no
don't see why I
perfect
can't be wrong.
decisions.
I mean,
Guys,
What is
it's,
more-
I don't really.
it's okay. I understand you don't
Brother,
understand.
what is more important
There we go
The
again.
Abrahamic religion.
You know, that's your problem. You're saying that I
Nothing's
don't
more
understand.
important because we're here by chance.
I am saying that you refuse to
is-
understand. And you're saying that I just
wait,
don't
wait.
understand.
You know, there's no objective meaning in life, so there's nothing more important. So,
There's no objective.
okay, so why are you bringing up what's more important?
I'm bringing it up.
We choose our own
In order to have importance in life, there has to be a reason, an objective in
Yeah,
life.
you choose that
I think you're collectivizing.
The Abrahamic religions do not give life.
Do not give life.
This star does.
That star does.
It gives life.
And that star was just always there, right?
I don't know. Do you know anything?
I believe that.
Yeah, you believe, it doesn't make it right.
I believe in the law.
No, that's the thing. Everybody
Universal
has
laws.
belief in something.
I believe laws have lawgivers.
But that's why you believe.
I can
because you don't
demonstrate
know.
it. I believe nothing can produce nothing.
Do you believe? Do you know?
I haven't seen nothing produce something.
What do you?
Okay, tell me something. Do you believe that God is more intelligent than you are?
I believe God is more intelligent than I.
Okay, because God is absolute, right? God is omnipotent, omniscient, blah, 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 all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
He's everything.
God is omniscient, omnipotent, omnipresent.
Omnipresent, yes. That's it. That's
Spirit.
everything.
He's not a man on the throne with a white beard.
But everything is God.
Everything is God. So the tree is God? No. God is not everything.
Then he's not omnipresent.
Then he's not omnipresent.
If he's not in the tree, he's not
So
omnipresent.
is God physical or non-physical?
Well, if he's omnipresent, that means he's also physical. That's what omnipresent means.
Really?
Yes. Omnipresent, present
I
everywhere.
I prefer to not debate that, to be honest.
Well, of course you
It's
prefer
not
not to debate.
it's peripheral to me. It means it's silly. We can go around. It's like you can ask me, how is God eternal? And we can just sit here for ages saying, I cannot explain, I cannot comprehend the full deity of the creator of the universe. No, there's going to be things that I cannot know.
I agree
I
with
don't
you.
know.
We shouldn't discuss that because it won't take us anywhere.
But in order to have morals, we need to base them on the existence of God. You can't have morality without God.
There have been different morals throughout history that have been practiced.
You can't have morality without God.
Listen, you do know that there have been other religions, polytheistic religions, like for example the Romans, they were pagans. You know what they did every time they conquered a new people? They would accept the conquered people's god in their pantheon. That would be a way of integrating the conquered peoples into their own society.
I appreciate you bringing up loads of, things of what happened. Like we can talk about Mother Teresa, we can talk about Hitler.
It's not about religion.
We can talk about World War I. We can talk about World War II, Hitler. But I'm talking about simple philosophy that you guys here are denying
I'm not
God
talking about
because
philosophy,
you love
I'm talking
sin.
about history.
Oh, come on, man.
History, man, you can
basically turned it to
actually
you're
perceive
trolling.
history, you can read
trolling.
history,
I
you
can't
can
even- I
learn
can't even
history. We need to learn with the past, with the mistakes of the people who came before us. That's why we need to know history.
Mistakes.
Yes, with the
My
mistakes.
friend.
People do mistakes, you know?
My friend, there's no objective meaning in life. How can there be a mistake?
What do you mean? That makes no sense. The question makes no sense.
Guys, these guys are denying God. They're denying the creator of the whole entire universe. And they're telling me that
This man has
they're
all the
telling me
truth in
that
the
I can
world.
make mistakes. They're telling me that we can make mistakes.
He can't make
They're
mistakes.
telling me that there's
He's
no
always
meaning.
right.
They're telling me there's no meaning to life.
He's
There's no
always
objective meaning. There's no reason
Always
we're here.
right.
But we can
Always.
make mistakes. We can make mistakes. Huh? How can I make a mistake?
Your parents made a mistake.
Yeah, exactly. You can make a mistake.
But you told me there's no meaning to life.
There might be meaning. I
Oh.
might be mistaken.
Oh,
So were you planned on?
You choose your own meaning. That's what I think. But I might be wrong. That's the difference between us. I accept the possibility that I might be wrong. You don't accept that possibility. And because of that, you will never win an argument because you refuse to evolve your mentality. You believe that one thing is right, the other things are wrong. Over. That's not a good mentality to have.
I'm open-minded, guys. I disagree
How
with
can you
him.
be open-minded if you follow the Bible?
I'm open. If you can show me that the universe can get here without a creator,
The
then I'm
universe?
open to that.
What
Sure
created
you are.
the creator?
What
You just
created
said
the
you're
creator?
right about that, and I'm wrong about that.
What
That you're not
created a
open
crea-
about it.
Every creation needs a blueprint, correct? Where's the blueprint of the
Everything,
creator?
everything that comes into existence
Every
needs
creation,
a cause.
This
Yeah.
camera
God
needs a
exists.
blueprint.
He's not contingent.
Hey?
He's non-contingent, so he doesn't need someone to create him.
Sorry, bro, louder.
How do you
He's
know
not
what?
contingent.
But how do you
He's
know?
necessary.
Who?
God, he said.
Can you swear on your mother's life?
He's necessary for
Could you
society.
swear on
Do
your
you
mother's
know?
life?
Do you
you are
know?
right?
Do you understand what the domino effect is?
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay, so can we? Is it possible we can have an infinite regression? Is that possible?
Regression?
We can have an infinite regression of causes. So no, whoa, hold on. You're telling me God, who created God, right?
You're saying someone.
Right. Oh, guys, please.
Everything that's created
Don't
needs a
do that.
blueprint.
Yeah, you're right, bro. What you say?
The blueprint.
Let him speak.
He's non-contingent.
Who created God? Who created God?
knows?
All right, guys, I'm going to answer them. Who created God? Right.
Wait, hold on.
They won't let me speak.
Let me answer the question. Go on.
Who created God? Right, guys, let's suppose I gave them an answer. What are they going to tell me?
Human beings are man-made.
Who created the one that created God? And then I give them another answer. What are they going to tell me?
Well, aren't you
Who
doing the
created
same
the
thing?
one that created the one who created God?
But your
And
answer
I'm
would
going
be-
to
what
give
would your
them
answer
another
be?
reason.
What would your answer be? I don't know.
So the logic
No,
guys.
It's not
You're
logic. It's
using the
belief.
exact
It's
same
faith.
argument. You're using the exact same argument that we're using.
The logic is there must be an eternality. There must be an uncaused
Must
cause.
means I'm not
Because
sure.
There must be an
tell me
uncaused
something.
cause because you
Means
can't
I'm
have an
not
infinite
sure.
chain of
Tell me
causes.
one thing.
You can't have an infinite chain of causes.
I have some
Oh
questions.
Lord,
I
I'm
have
not
some
here
questions.
to defend the existence of God
Wait,
right
wait,
now.
wait.
No way. You know God exists. I'm not. Any other questions I'll take, but the existence of God, no way. I repent of that. I repent.
Cool down, bro. You believe? No, wait. Just
Sir,
let me ask him
what is
something.
more powerful?
That's speaking to you.
What is more powerful? Prayers, a phrase. Let's start.
What's more powerful, prayers or
How
start?
many times has your prayers been answered?
What's the relevance of the question, man?
Okay,
What is more powerful? That start for your praying.
Well, what's more powerful is God, because the star wouldn't be there without God. Prove it.
Exactly, prove it.
Prove it.
Prove it.
Listen, bro. You believe that God is immaterial, right?
Prove
that
it.
right?
It's okay, sir.
Swear on your mother's life and prove it.
I see you're not after truth, sir. You just want to try and argue.
You believe that God is immaterial,
I don't need to prove God exists. I
God
don't
is
need to do
immaterial.
that.
God is immaterial, right? That's what you believe.
Yeah.
God is immaterial.
Are you immaterial?
I don't think I am.
So are you free right now? Are you free right now?
Don't answer a question with
Yeah,
a question.
okay.
Let me ask my questions. So you believe God is immaterial?
Yeah.
Right. And you believe this world is material?
Yes.
And you believe nothing, something can't come from nothing?
Something can't come from nothing. Yeah.
So how did something immaterial create something material?
Good
It
question.
doesn't have any material.
Good
in it.
question. Good
That means
question.
nothing created something.
Great question. I'm not God.
He's just hit the nail on the head. I'm going to hit another nail on the head.
No, it's okay. Let me
How
return
do
the
you destroy-
question.
How would one destroy energy?
Huh? How does one destroy everything?
Energy.
How does one destroy energy? Well, it cannot be created or destroyed.
Yeah, it's only changed.
Yeah.
That's one of the
But guys, let's go back to the is God, what did he say? Immaterial. So I asked him, are you? So are you immaterial?
I don't think I am.
So you don't think you're free?
I don't think I'm immaterial because I can touch things, I can grab things.
Your senses
I have
work.
a body. Yeah, I feel things.
So
I
you're
perceive.
operating the same way that the laws of physics are operating. So you're a byproduct of the laws of physics.
Can you
I don't
answer
think
that
I'm a
question?
direct
How would one
byproduct of the
destroy
laws
energy?
of physics, but it's more
Okay,
complicated
so
than that.
so if it's more complicated than that, and you asking me that, how can something immaterial create something material?
Yes.
Can't I just fire the same question at you then?
Energy.
Oh, it's more complicated than that.
Where did the gases come
Can't I just fire that same question at
Listen,
you?
if you ask me what I am, I am a
68%
body.
of what?
I
Made
am
of
ruled by a mind.
Where
Yeah,
did
I'm
them two
free,
gases-
man. I mean, kind of free. I am bound to
Two
this
gases
body.
make
Can you give me one material that's free?
Complete freedom is unexistent.
Can you give me one
because you
material
don't
that's
have
free?
Huh?
Name
Give
the
me
point in
any
the
material
universe
that
itself.
is not under law.
Blueprint.
So your mind's not under
Creation
law,
of
right? You can think.
two gases.
Can you give me any
My
material?
mind is bound to my experiences in life
Two
and
gases.
to my
Then put
parents'
together and create what?
genes.
Water.
They're bound. It's
That's
bound
immaterial.
Two gases come together and create water.
Your mind's
yeah?
not immaterial.
Where did them gases?
Look, you know that every thought you have is an electrical discharge in your brain. Our electrical, there's
What are
small
you made of?
electrical discharges which
65%,
signify the thoughts
68%
and the
of you is what?
memories that we have.
Two gases make what?
Well, I'm not absolutely free. I have freedom.
Two gases
I have freedom to do things, but I'm bound to this only. I can't just fly into the air out of nowhere. I can't just, sink into the ground.
Your thoughts are electrical, like chemical reactions.
It's a simple answer.
How do you know you're thinking right now?
I think I am.
Two gases come together
You're
and create
thinking, so you don't know you're thinking. What's the answer?
two gases.
That's
when they come
interesting.
together,
I don't have
they
enough faith
create
to believe
water,
that personally.
Yeah.
I know I'm thinking. I know I'm
Oh,
thinking.
you know you're thinking, but you believe in
So
a
I
God.
need to be free.
You believe in a God.
You don't know you're thinking. Do you want to tell the camera that?
I can tell the camera that.
Go ahead.
Go ahead with what?
Tell the camera you don't know you're thinking.
Listen, bro.
No, it's okay. I don't have enough faith to believe that.
That's the problem with you. You're trying to make me say things that sound ridiculous when taken out of context. Well, I'm telling you, you can't be certain about anything.
How long did it take?
Hey, look, bro. I didn't come here. I didn't even come here to debate.
Content over everything. From your melody. Man, say it straight. Man, don't listen to BBC. Man, don't listen to ITV.
To kill myself, how? I'm gonna make the Jews scapegoat. Then he comes as a man, goes to the Jews, and says, I'm God, and they kill him. But same God gave them, the same people, a law that if a man comes as a God, kill him.
Sir, yours is mad. Yours
doesn't make logic.
Sir, let me tell you what don't make logic.
Logic.
Sir, can I tell you what does make logic? Jesus was brought before Pilate and Herod.
Yeah.
Was Herod real?